Welcome to Lesson 7. This lesson takes place on the Tsukuba circuit in Japan. At roughly 2 kilometers in length, Tsukuba circuit is relatively short. However, if you try for a record time, this circuit is a beast. The purpose of this lesson is not to break any records, it's to give you a good, relaxed look at the course. Again, you'll have plenty of time, so take it as slow as you like and drive cautiously. If you don't brake before corners to bring your speed down, you'll be off the track in no time, leading to disqualification. Once again, try to trace the ideal racing line displayed on the track. As you do this, consider what makes this the ideal line. Have a safe trip around this stylishly designed circuit where every corner, be it large or small, presents a unique challenge to the driver. Okay, good luck with your lesson. Welcome to Lesson 8. Hopefully you got a good idea in Lesson 7 of what the Tsukuba circuit is all about, because in this lesson you'll use a segment of that circuit. You'll practice cornering on a portion beginning with the Dunlop bridge down to the second hairpin corner. A hairpin corner is sharp and long, so controlling your speed is very important. When you near the corner, brake hard and bring your speed right down. If you go too fast, you'll deviate from the ideal line. Learn exactly when to apply the brakes in order to turn correctly and follow the racing line. The racing line is an out-in-out manoeuvre as described in previous lessons. Try to remember the term clipping point, which is the spot at which the car runs closest to the inside of the corner. Also, remember the term understeer. This is when the car fails to respond to steering correctly as a result of failing to reduce speed sufficiently. So then, best of luck with your lesson. Welcome to Lesson 9. For this lesson, you'll be driving through an old Italian town filled with beautiful scenery. You'll learn how to handle consecutive corners at high speeds. An S-bend refers to right and left-hand corners that come quickly one after another. If you were an ordinary driver on the public road, you could take these corners by simply following the turns back and forth. However, steering hard to the left and then hard to the right prevents you from maintaining your speed. So, as a racing driver, you must skim the apexes of the two corners, taking a route that is as close as possible to a straight line. That way, you can easily negotiate the corners with a minimal amount of steering, and that will increase the speed at which you can exit the corners. So, anytime you come up against S-bends, use minimal steering and try to take the straightest line possible. The straighter the line, the more you can hit the accelerator and the faster you can get through the curves. Think of it in this way. Minimal steering can straighten out the most twisting of tracks. That's what you should take away from this lesson. Best of luck with this challenge. Welcome to Lesson 10. This lesson takes place on a segment of the long Grand Canyon rally course. Hopefully you got a feel for driving on a dirt course in Lesson 6. Well, keep that lesson in mind as you learn how to gain further control over the car. As you approach a corner, apply the brakes to lower your speed as if you were racing on tarmac. This time, however, the difference is in the details. The proper technique for driving on a dirt course is to tap the brake just for a moment as you steer. When you brake while steering, the rear tyres will lose grip and you'll feel the car move more towards the outside than it would with the usual amount of steering. This effect is known as a drift. Add some braking to your steering to bring the car under control. This is the most important dirt racing technique. Make sure you get a feel for it. Okay then, best of luck with the lesson. It's time for a coffee break. The coffee breaks are bonus stages that use the Gran Turismo driving system and are designed to give you a change in pace. You'll proceed to the next stage whether you pass or not, so there's no pressure. cones have been arranged in a figure of 8 on the gymkhana in the driving park. The rules are simple. Just touch all of the cones in the shortest possible time. You can start the figure of 8 at any point, so go for it. You don't have to knock over the cones, just touch them and they'll simply disappear. Enjoy your coffee break. Welcome to Lesson 11. In Lesson 3, you practice braking on the straight of the Fuji International Speedway. This lesson is another chance to polish your braking skills, but with greatly increased speed. Now you can get a feel for full braking at much higher speeds than before. For a circuit racer, braking at speeds in excess of 200 km an hour is not uncommon. These are fierce speeds, and the distance required to bring the car to a stop after hitting the brakes is longer than expected. Use this lesson to ensure you don't miss the necessary braking point. Of course, the main principle is no different from Lesson 3. The trick is to remember a physical location that signifies the point at which you hit the brakes. If you follow this advice, you'll be coming to a stop in the correct position in no time. Best of luck with the lesson. Welcome to Lesson 12. In this lesson, you'll learn how to drive through a series of corners on a different portion of Fuji International Speedway. You'll be practicing on the B corners, a section of track made up of 3 consecutive small bends. Take a look at the ideal line displayed on the track, and you'll notice that one of the lines through the corners does not follow the ordinary out-in-out trajectory. This line is designed to allow for the fastest possible exit from the B corners. This will determine the speed with which you can take the upcoming final corner, and in turn the maximum speed with which you can enter the straight that follows. Racers consider the speed averaged over the entire course, not just the speed of individual corners. So in this lesson you can learn this too. Good luck! work. You've finished the orange section, next try your hand at the blue section.